Hi, this is our second demo lesson about the security, and I will show you here encryption applied to an Apache Kafka broker. Why Apache Kafka? It's a data store for data in motion, so we will be able to see here how an attacker could compromise our data. In this lesson, I will use a tool called Wireshark and TCP dump. Both will let me listen for a specific port on my laptop and therefore intercept the traffic between my Kafka producers and Kafka broker. Just before recording this lesson, I generated the certificates required for the broker and the client. Thanks to that, I can now secure both components. And the certificates are just here. And now I will show you the Docker Compose, which is a little bit different than usually. So as you can see, the Kafka image that we are using in our course lets us override some properties, and those which interest us the most are listeners, because we will be able to communicate with our broker without and with encryption, and also the Kstore and the Trust Store certificates that I generated locally and I shared throughout volumes with my Apache Kafka broker. And as you can see in listeners, I let the option of not encrypted communication enabled because I will use the same broker to show you what happens for encrypted and not encrypted communication. So let me now start the broker. And let's see our producer for secure encrypted communication. So the difference between non-encrypted and encrypted producer is located on the broker side. The encrypted one uses safe 9093 port, whereas the not encrypted one uses unsafe 1992. You can also notice that the SSLA producer configures the same things like the broker, so the key store and the trust store locations. And all this helps to enable the secure connection between the broker and the producers. So before launching these two producers, I will need to find the network bridge shared between Docker and my host. And to do that, I will execute this command. This IP is the one used by my Docker containers. So the bridge is called like that. And now I will set up the TC dump on 1992 port. And I will write the result of this network sniffing, on the file in my TMP directory that I will call trace log now SSLA. So now I'm listening. This port, and I will start the producer, the unsafe producer. And I will stop the network sniffing. As you can see, we intercepted 46 packages, and I will start the tool which is called Wireshark that will let me to analyze the intercepted packages. So as you can see, I will first show you an interesting thing of Wireshark. If you check the protocols, the supported protocols, you will find here Apache Kafka. And thanks to that information, every port 9092 or 9093 will be automatically interpreted as an Apache Kafka protocol, and therefore you will be able to visualize the content of the intercepted packages. So let me open the file I wrote. And as you can see, all communication on the port was translated to Apache Kafka requests. And now I will show you that since I was able to intercept the packages, I'm also able now to see what exactly the producer sent to the topic. As you can see, we retrieve the request, and inside we have the information about the topic, about the partition, and also about the messages that are sent. So you can retrieve here our key offsets and our timestamps. Now I will do the same operation, but for the producer using encryption. So I will start my sniffing once again, but this time I will listen on the port 9093. And I will start my safe producer, safe because it uses encryption, and you will see that I will be unable to see the content of the messages, even though I was able to intercept them. So I intercepted 64 packages, and I will load this data to Wireshark exactly like before. And as you can see here, there is no way to see the content because everything is encrypted. And now it's in the configuration I'm using is a little bit hidden, and you will see that when I remove the port 9093 from Apache Kafka protocol, you will see that the protocol used for the transmission is the TLS protocol, which is the encryption protocol. So you can see here TLS v12, and normally there is no way to read this data because this data is, as you can see here, encrypted. But please notice one thing. Data is encrypted here only in transit and not in rest. It means that if somebody gains access to Kafka Broker's disk, he will be able to get the messages we send. Another consideration to take into account is that the encrypted communication has some cost because the broker and the client leverage their CPU to decrypt and encrypt the records. However, this cost adds an extra and quite important security layer to your data store, even though here the data is not stored encrypted. And it should always be taken into account to enforce the safety of your data. Thanks for watching.